Good morning. I'm going to let everybody connect first. Their audio is connecting.
Hello? Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Can everyone hear me?
I can.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's audio is connected. I'd like to, the person with the Galaxy S10, can you tell me your name?
Avery Serna? Avery Serna? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can't hear you, sir. Ms. Garza, can you unmute yourself so you can tell me, I can ask you a question?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. What's your full name, ma'am?
Alyssa Nicole Garza.
Okay, hold on, Ms. Garza. Let me check on, because I don't have your file in front of me. You are set for today?
I'm what?
You did receive a notice for today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on real quick, okay? Okay, Ms. Garza, we're working on getting your file. Let me see who else I have in here. The individual with the iPhone, sir, you're muted. If you can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Not me.
I can. With the Galaxy S10, what's your name, sir?
Avery Serna?
Okay, Mr. Cernel. I can hear you now, so you can go ahead and mute yourself again until I talk to you individually. I got
Yes,
one
sir.
more individual with the iPhone, the older gentleman. Can I have your name, sir? Your phone is muted. You need to unmute it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can, sir. Can I have your name?
Rodolfo Barrera.
Okay, Mr. Barrera, I have your file here too. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna explain some things to y'all. If you can put your phone back on mute, that way, there's no distortions. I want to thank y'all for being here this morning. Today's date is April 23rd, 2021. The time is 10:08 a.m. and we are on the record. This docket is also being broadcast live on YouTube. Once again, thank y'all for showing up to the Zoom hearing. A lot of people were noticed to be here today and they didn't show up. You folks did. So I thank you for that. It looks like I have one other person in the waiting room. Let me let her in. We're going to let her connect to her audio.
Okay. Judge Gonzalez, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Barrera, I can hear you. We're just waiting on another individual to connect. If you can put your phone on mute, Mr. Barrera.
On mute?
Until it's your turn, and then I'll ask you to unmute.
Okay. I'm just hoping I don't run low on the battery. Okay, I'll mute it.
Okay. Yeah, you have to
I'm
make
not-
sure everything is charged because these things take time.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it again, see if it says unmute. Let me see. I don't.
Mr. Barrera, that's fine. Just leave it like that, but just try to just know that everybody can hear you when you talk. Okay, there's other people in the room also. It's not just in you. Okay.
Okay.
We're just waiting on another individual to connect. It looks like she's having a little problem connecting to the audio. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start, and then once she connects, I can re-explain to her. You folks are here today on the arraignment docket and on the show cause docket. On the arraignment docket, that means you're here for the first time to answer to your citation. The way that's gonna work is I'm gonna call your case, I'm gonna ask you to raise your right hand, then I'm gonna swear you in. After I swear you in, I'm gonna let you know what you're being charged with. Then I'm gonna ask you, how do you plead? You have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are essentially the same thing in that I will find you guilty and we will go to the sentencing portion of the case. At the sentencing portion of the case, that is where you're allowed to tell me whatever you want. A lot of times people come to court for the first time and they're ready to explain to the judge, why they shouldn't have received a citation or why they had a valid excuse. And the only time that I can listen to that is if we're at trial on your case or you already pled guilty or no contest, and I'm going to consider punishment. So if you find yourself in the situation where you pled guilty or no contest, and you want to tell me something before I issue punishment, I will be more than happy to listen to what you have to say. At the punishment portion of the case, there's a number of things that I can do. I can find you guilty and issue a straight up conviction. I can put you on what's called deferred disposition, where if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay, the case will get dismissed. If it's a moving violation and if I feel you qualified what's called the driving safety course program, I will offer it to you and I will explain what that is. That's another way to avoid a conviction. It's important to understand that a plea of guilty and a plea of no contest, there's different things that can happen. So a lot of times, if you feel confused or you're not sure, you may want to consult a lawyer before entering those pleas. If you plead not guilty, what's going to happen is then you will be set for what's called a pretrial hearing. At the pretrial hearing, the prosecutor for the state of Texas, who in our case, his name is Mr. Epi Isasi, he will be present. You will be able to talk to him regarding your case. You can talk about evidence. You can talk to him as to why you feel maybe you shouldn't have been charged with the citation. Whatever the case may be, this is the time where you're able to talk to the state because they're the ones who are bringing the case against you. And they have the ability to negotiate a plea bargain agreement, or if they feel that the case is not warranted, they actually have the ability to dismiss a case if they so choose. Of course, I have to approve the plea bargain agreements, and I have to approve the dismissals. If you plead not guilty, you will be set for pretrial. If you are unable to resolve your case at pretrial, then your case will be set for trial. That will either be in front of a jury or in front of the judge. The choice is going to be yours, okay? It's important that I let you know some things up front that you be made aware of. These are all Class C misdemeanors. The fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because, once again, there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I'll have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. I won't hold it against you, and a jury won't hold it against you if you choose not to testify. Does everyone understand these rights? Okay. It's important to note that this is a court of record. Everything that's being said here today is being recorded. As such, as being a court of record, the judges in courts of record are attorneys. So I am a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, presiding over your case. Other things that I need you to know is that if your status in the United States is not that of an American citizen, your plea of guilty or no contest could affect your status here in the United States. So before entering a plea of guilty or no contest, it's important you may want to consult a lawyer before doing that. It's also important to note that there are alternative means to payment. If you are unable to meet your financial obligation, if I order fine and court costs in your case, you have the ability to fill out an application that I will consider. And if I find that you qualify, I can put you on an extended payment plan. I can order community service, or I can do a combination of those things. The point is that just because you find yourself in a situation where you don't have the financial means to pay, there are other things that we can do to work with you so that you can meet your obligations, okay? So the way this is gonna work, I'm gonna call the case out one by one. So when I call your case, I'll ask you to, if you can please unmute your phone or your computer, and we'll go from there. Any questions before I get started? Okay.
When you plead guilty or no contest, I mean, it's something that in my case, it involved, I wasn't responsible for it, but they say I am. Anyway,
if you find yourself in that situation, Mr. Barrera, if you feel you're not responsible, you can plead not guilty, and you can talk to the prosecutor and explain your situation. And if he feels that you're in the right, he has the ability to dismiss the case.
okay, because you said either plead guilty, no contest, and what was the other one?
You can plead guilty, no contest, or not guilty.
Oh, okay.
You can plead not guilty, and you will have the ability to speak to the prosecutor, okay? So I'm gonna.
And if I plead guilty, then it is resolved today?
Correct. If you plead guilty or no contest, I will issue punishment today.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call the first case. And Mr. Barrera, since you're already unmuted, I'm gonna go ahead and call cause number 21040000796, State of Texas versus Rodolfo Barrera. Mr. Barrera, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Barrera, you are charged with the offense of failing to keep your property clean under duties of owner alleged to have occurred on or about March 11th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, in violation of City Ordinance 6.05.002. Are you aware of this charge?
Aware because they sent me a letter, but I didn't know about it before.
But you
And,
are now. You're aware of it now.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
You understand what you're being charged with.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you a question, Mr. Barrera. Do you understand what you're being charged with?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay. As to the charge of failing to keep your property clean in violation of duties of owner under 6.05.002 of the Robstown Code of City Ordinances, alleged to have occurred on March 11, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Well, it's kind of, I want to plead not guilty because I didn't do that. It was the neighbors that put trash
Okay.
on my property.
Okay, then that's fine. You don't have to explain it to me, okay? I'm gonna put you down for not guilty, Mr. Barrera. Then you're gonna be set for a pretrial. The prosecutor will be able to talk to you, and you tell him why you feel you're not guilty, okay? And
Okay.
and he may be able to help you resolve this case, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you have to have a trial, Mr. Barrera, if you are unable to resolve it with the prosecutor, would you want that to be in front of a jury, or do you want it to be in front of me?
In front of the judge, you mean?
Yes, in front of the judge.
Yeah. No, in front of the judge is fine. I don't really care about the jury.
Okay. All right, Mr. Barrera, then you will be notified by mail once again of your pretrial date. Can I have a phone number for you, Mr. Barrera?
Yes, area code 361
Yes.
387 2486.
Okay, perfect. And Mr. Barrera, just sometime today or Monday, if you can come by the court at City Hall so you can sign off on the paperwork where you pled not guilty, I would appreciate that.
I will do that.
Okay, Mr. Barrera, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Ma'am, your screen says Blanca Favela. Is that your name, ma'am? I need you to unmute your phone or your computer.
My daughter's here helping me because I don't
Okay,
know much about
perfect.
anything.
Can I have your name, please?
Tell them your name. My name is Blanca Favela.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had your file. Mr. Serna, I'm taking you last because you're on the show cause docket. I'm doing all the arraignments first, okay? Ms. Garza, they're still looking for your file. So as soon as I get that, I will do yours. So I'm gonna do Ms. Favela. Court calls cause number 210-400-0738, State of Texas versus Blanca Saldivar Favela. Ms. Favela, please raise your right hand.
My age?
Raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay,
I
you can
do.
put your hand. You can put your hand down. Ms. Favela, you are charged with the offense of making an offensive or threatening making a threat towards somebody on or about March 24th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. You are accused of stating abusive language. And I'm not going to read the abusive language right now.
Yeah.
And that language incited the breach of peace in that two individuals, Josefina Salazar and Manuel Gutierrez, were offended by the language. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, I'm aware. They sent me a letter.
Okay, and do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Favela, as to the charge of abusive language alleged to have occurred on March 24, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, Ms. Favela, the court will accept your plea of not guilty. We're going to set this for pretrial, Ms. Favela, where you'll be able to speak to the prosecutor. And if
Yes.
you're able to
Yes,
resolve it then,
Yes,
we'll set it for trial, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you have to have a trial, Ms. Favela, do you want to have a trial in front of a jury or do you want to have it in front of the judge, which is me?
In front of the judge, which is you.
Okay. All right, Ms. Favela, let me have a phone number for you, please.
My phone number is 361-336-3299.
Okay, Ms. Favela. All I need you to do is at some point today, or at least by Monday, if you come by City Hall in Robstown to the court, so you can sign off on the paper saying that you're pleading not guilty.
Okay, is that court on the police station building?
No, it's where City Hall, where you pay the light bill.
Uh-huh.
Okay, right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Yana.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Favela.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cynthia. Excuse me. Ms. Garza.
Yes.
They didn't have your file over here. Can you call the court? Do you have the court's phone number?
No.
It's 387
Uh-huh.
4589. And it's going to be option number 4.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and let you off the Zoom because I don't have you on here, but the clerk is going to talk to you, and if need be, we'll reset it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Serna.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It looks like you're here on a show cause hearing. Court calls
Yes, Your Honor.
1404-00267, 1107C025, and 1406-02209. State of Texas versus Avery Serna. Mr. Serna, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Serna, you are here on application for time payment extension and/or community service regarding total outstanding fines and fees of $599. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm looking at your application, and it looks like you are employed as a scaffold helper. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're making $14.50 an hour?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you get paid every 2 weeks, every week? How do you get paid?
Every week, Your Honor.
And how many hours are you working a week?
Right now, we're doing 40 hours a week, sir.
Okay, so about $580 a week is more or less before taxes?
I take home about 420 every week. That's with the taxes and my health insurance and all that stuff.
Okay. And it looks like you rent a house? No,
What was that?
I'm saying when I'm looking at your housing situation. You don't have a mortgage and you don't rent. It looks like
No, I live with my mother-in-law. I take care of her.
yes. Yes. That's her. It's a totally different name. Okay. Is she gonna come back on? Okay. Okay, Mr. Serna, so I see that you got total expenses every month of about $1,245 a month.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
So that leaves you about $400 after that. That's left. What do you want to do? What are you asking the court to do?
Just an extension or for the payment or community service, either or, whatever you decide to give me, Your Honor.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do community service because you are working, okay?
Yes, sir.
But I will allow you some time to get this paid. So let me see here.
Yeah, I already made payments. I was making payments every week or every other week. I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah, no, they told me.
Okay.
How much do you think you can give a month?
A month. Like maybe 100 or 150. Unless I get like overtime, I'll pay it all at once. But right now I'm just doing 40 hours.
I got you. Okay. So what it's going to be, we'll do 149.75 a month because that'll have you paid off in 4 months.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. Would that information be sent to my mailing address?
Actually, I need you to come by the court either today or Monday to get the
The
paperwork,
paperwork?
the agreement, and you can sign off on it, okay?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna excuse you, but make sure you come by today or Monday.
Oh, as of right now, I'm on my way to Missouri. My uncle had a heart attack and he's in
Okay,
ICU.
when do you think you'll be back?
I'll be back late Sunday, so I'll be back in Banquetti Monday for work. But
Okay,
can my wife?
no, because you have to sign the document.
Okay, can I sign in on Friday? That's the only day off that I have is on
Okay,
Friday.
yeah, I'll note on here that you'll be by on Friday, okay?
10-4, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Ms. Garza.
Yes.
Okay, so now we know, I did have your file, but it was under a different last name.
Yes.
Okay, so please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, are you Alyssa Quinones?
Quinones is my dad's last name.
So that is not your name.
No, it's Alyssa Garza.
Okay. And you've never had Quinones on your driver's license or,
No.
okay. You need to take that into consideration when I ask you, how do you plead, okay?
Yes.
Before I read this to you, I'm gonna read you an admonishment that I'm required to read by law. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 USC section 922 G9 or section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay, that being said, you are being accused of assault by contact. You are charged with the offense of assault by contact family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about the 26th day of February 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of pushing an individual by the name of Jennifer Garza. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes.
Do you understand it?
Yes.
As to the charge of assault by contact family violence, where you are accused of pushing pushing Jennifer Garza on or about the 26th of February 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, you're gonna plead no contest to that, Ms.
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Ms. Quinones. Who's Jennifer Garza?
That's my aunt.
And what's your relationship with her right now?
I mean, I guess it's neutral.
Okay. Because she accused Alyssa Quinones.
Yes.
And I just want to make sure that you understand what you're pleading no contest to.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I will accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to place you on 90 days, what's called deferred disposition, okay? Ms. Garza, that's where if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay, the case will get dismissed, okay?
Okay.
Because you don't want a conviction on your record.
Right.
It's going to be a fine of $215 and cost of $76 for a total of $291. When can you pay that?
Probably by next month.
Okay, I'm going to give you, if I give you 30 days to pay it, can you do that?
Sure.
And Ms. Quinones, you need to do 4 hours anger management, and you can do that online.
Okay.
Just find an anger management course where you can get 4 hours and they'll give you a certificate.
Okay.
You do all this and then the case will get dismissed.
All right.
I need you to come by the court either this afternoon or by Monday, okay? Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what? Let me have your phone number, Ms. Garza.
It's 361-688-7013.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, the time is 10:38 a.m. and we are off the record.